Hello friends, Scott Foshie here, and I hope you've had a great week. It sure is a blessing to walk beside you as we share Jesus together. This past weekend, I was at disaster relief training at Emmanuel Carlinville, and I got trained as a chaplain. You pastors can get trained too in multiple areas. Right now, we have about 415 trained DR volunteers, but we really need over 1,000 to be able to share the gospel like I believe God wants us to. So consider getting trained soon. You can look up information about upcoming dates in the notes below, and consider telling your people in your churches to consider disaster relief ministry as a way to share the gospel. On Sunday, I was at First Baptist Church Mount Zion. Tracy Smith is doing a great job pastoring there, and I would love to come to your church too. So if you reach out to me, just send me an email, and we'll be glad to get that Sunday on the calendar where I or one of the members of our staff could come and preach for you, maybe even do some training in your church. On Monday night, I was in Charleston at Charleston Baptist with the Westfield Association. We had a great listening session, fellowship meal beforehand, and then we just talked about what it looks like to share Jesus there in their area. And I would love to do that for your association too. Just reach out and we'll get it on the calendar. On Tuesday, 6 of our staff, including me, we were at First Baptist Church Marion for a leadership gathering. We gathered a team of about 40 different leaders that are ready to serve churches as we serve each other, to strengthen one another and to share the gospel together. IBSA now has 5 regions that we're serving, and so stay tuned for more trainings based on this regional strategy in your part of the state coming very, very soon. Also, don't forget about Who's Your One. The Who's Your One strategy is very simple. You challenge people in your church to pray for someone, care for them, share the gospel with them, and then invite them to church, invite them to know Jesus. Redemption Church in Johnston City is having 11 baptisms this weekend. It may be more by the end of the week as people continue to respond to the call of just sharing one person at a time and inviting them to know Jesus. We're also celebrating fruit all over the state at churches like Cliff Woodman's at Emmanuel in Carlinville. And again, one person at a time, leading them to Jesus. You can get involved in the Who's Your One strategy by clicking the notes below. Don't forget that next weekend is Priority, the conference for women, next Friday and Saturday. 3 locations, Troy, Decatur, and Chicago. Just click on the link below. It's not too late to sign up. We are praying for a mighty movement of God among the women of this state. And also don't forget that we have a Disciple Now weekend coming up in Streator. We're just asking you to pray. We've got over 100 students that are going to be gathering. Pray for them to know Jesus and grow in Him. And don't forget to consider using our camp soon. We've got 2 great camps at Streator and at Lake Salatisca. It sure is a privilege to walk beside you on this journey. You know, we don't deserve it, but God invites us to join Him in His work. And I'm just so thankful that I get to serve you and that we get to serve Jesus together. Let's impact lostness with the light of the gospel together.